Hey guys, let's have a look at the movie review of the film Disclosure Day. Disclosure Day brings back the GOAT Steven Spielberg, tackling the subject of UFOs and aliens when the master of all genres goes back to helm one of the most engaging and the eye-catching themes of science fiction. The film opens up with a rageous and an intense wrestling match when an out-of-the-place seeming character seems to be in the center stage of a tense exchange when he quite smart-wittedly secures his close-hearted subject without actually letting go of the bargaining chip. Now, the filmmaker quite compellingly draws us into this uncanny world of otherworldly beings by bringing an authentic realism and a relatable drive by capturing the very greedy and the notorious soul of the human conscious, as the story involves the human race withholding sensitive information that involved a non-government organization indulging in insensitive behavior towards the outworldly species or the extraterrestrial beings. The filmmaker quite ingeniously brings out the smartly written interlinkings of the two separately pathed individuals when their unique abilities pertaining to their highly tuned up and receptive signals of the otherworldly messages leads and converges them onto the road of a similar path, which ultimately leads up to the full and the detailed account during the final showdown of the Disclosure Day. Now, what stands out for me in the film is the exquisite and the nail-biting performances of the film's ensemble cast when Josh O'Connor and Emily Blunt terrifically bring out the sensitive and the compassionately soulful side of their respective characters, whereas Colin Firth, on the other hand, quite power-packagedly portrays the menacing ruthlessness of his character, while Colman Domingo and Eve Hewson also quite delicately and impactfully play out the humane optimism of their positively written characters. Now, what does not work for me here is the overly convoluted plot of the film, where at times you feel that there is too much happening within the story when, although quite innovatively projected, the storyline could have been more simpler in its fundamental roots rather than bringing too much to the table, which makes the story feel overly complicated in its entirety and makes up for a less than satisfactory viewing experience. Now, the film, apart from Steven Spielberg, has another legendary name attached to it when the duo of Spielberg and John Williams that has resulted in many landmark outings over the years, when the unforgettable and the iconic compositions of Indiana Jones and Schindler's List still reverberates in the hearts and the minds of the fans all across as one of the shining jewels of the cinema's timeless scores. This time, however, Williams fails to leave that jaw-dropping impact that he's so well known for, where he leaves you with this very forgettable and untouching piece of those orchestral renderings when maybe the storylines are unsoulful and clustered threads made it more of a misplaced task for him to create that magical experience that he's so well known for. Overall, Disclosure Day is a satisfactory and enjoyable experience that could have been a timeless and a top-tier entry in the illustrious and the vast filmography of Spielberg, but unfortunately, due to its overly written plotline and in its attempt to do too much, it fails to live up to my expectations that were set a lot much higher for this latest outing of Spielberg. I'm going with 3.5 out of 5 for Disclosure Day. If the protagonist had his righteous reason to commit an act which his girlfriend questioned as official treason, for Daniel explained that this had nothing to do with the government institution, for the mankind has a right to know the truth behind the false reputation, the decision which was made in light of a righteous vision. Hey guys, if you like my video, you can click on the like and share button, and you can also subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss upon these types of videos. Let's come together and celebrate the magic of movies.